What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today I'm going to show you this short clip of Jan Schakowsky. She is a representative that supports Social Security. She's also supporting a Social Security increase, expanding Social Security. And I'm going to show you this clip because she focuses on the real problem when it comes to Social Security reform or even expanding Social Security. So we're going to talk about that in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we post a video. We do daily videos here, so by clicking the bell notification, clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. And once again, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter and Threads, you can at the TEC Show Live. Okay, so before we get started, I am now going to start talking about different topics, not just Social Security. Although this video, yes, I'm talking about Social Security, and I will continue to talk about Social Security on this channel. But I want to expand a little bit. I want to talk about some different news stories that are out there. And you guys are asking me a lot of questions in the comments about different things. And so I wanted to address those things as well. And so I've changed the kind of the slogan of the channel to News Simplified. And so what I want to do is talk about some of these stories, but simplify them, because I think all the stuff, all the social media and news and all the information that we're getting every day, it gets pretty confusing and complicated. And so if I could start focusing on certain stories and simplifying them, so all you need to do is watch a video and you'll get all the information that you need about that topic. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to focus on this channel. But like I said, Social Security will still be a major part of this channel. I'll be talking a lot about Social Security, but there are other stories that are out there right now. So I want to address those stories as well. Okay, so let's go ahead. First thing I want to do is I want to go over to Twitter. And I'm telling you, when it comes to getting information, Twitter, now, this is the thing about Twitter. Let me come back really quickly and we'll talk about this for a second. When it comes to getting information, Twitter is a very good resource. However, there's a lot of misinformation out there on Twitter as well. And so I use Twitter just to kind of see how people see what's trending and what's not trending. And that's another reason why I want to talk about some different news stories, because I get on Twitter and there's a lot of different things that are going on and I get a lot of research from Twitter. But like I said, Twitter has good information and they also have bad information. So you need to be very, very careful. You can't just go off what you're seeing on Twitter and thinking, okay, well, that's just it. You need to do research on top of that. And that's generally what I do when I put out these videos. So let me go ahead and show you this again. So here's Twitter. And here is Jan Schakowsky. And she's going to be talking about Social Security. Now this, in my opinion, this is the issue when it comes to Social Security and reforming Social Security. It's hard because you have some lawmakers who are talking about expanding Social Security or talking about reforming Social Security. And then you have some lawmakers that are really trying to tear the program down. And they have no intention on expanding Social Security. Some of them don't even want to have any type of Social Security reform. They want to get rid of Social Security. And so she addresses the problem here. So here, let's go ahead and listen. Here we go.
Social Security right now is so modest. What we're talking about, an average of $17,536 a year, and about $2,000 less for women. So modest, barely making it. And Medicare right now, there are 57 million Americans, older Americans, and 8 million people with disabilities that rely on it. And I agree totally with our ranking member that what we ought to do if we come up with a fiscal answer is to ask the wealthiest Americans to pay a bit more, not to cut. What we call entitlement, really? Social Security, people pay every single paycheck to get that money when they retire, and to call it an entitlement is just absolutely wrong.
Okay, so that was Jan Schakowsky. Now, how do you guys feel about what she's saying? And I think when we start talking about Social Security and talking about an increase for Social Security, a raise for Social Security, you have some people that are saying, I won't even say people, I'm going to say lawmakers, because that's generally who we're hearing. Okay, I'll do polls every once in a while, and you guys will let me know how you feel on Twitter. You can see in the comments how people feel. But for the most part, lawmakers are setting the tone. And the tone that some lawmakers are setting is like people are just living it up on Social Security, this entitlement program. We don't need to have a raise for Social Security because people they're well off on Social Security. And then you have some lawmakers who will just ignore the fact that people are paying into a payroll tax every paycheck. They're paying into Social Security to help the people who are currently receiving Social Security. But the agreement is when they retire, they will have Social Security. But they don't know how much they're going to get when they retire. And so that's where the problem lies, because you have people thinking, okay, well, Social Security will be there for me. And then you find out you're getting $17,000 a year, and that's not enough to live on. And it's not, the program wasn't created for you to live on. But when we're looking at 401ks, when we're looking at some of the retirement plans that are out there right now, they're not enough. And people are relying heavily on Social Security as a result of that. Back in the old days, we had pensions. A lot of people were able to get pensions. You're still able to get a pension. I have a pension right now, but I work for the government. You work for the government, generally you'll be able to get a pension. But you don't get paid as much when you're working. So it's kind of a trade-off. But now with 401ks and all the different retirement plans that are out there, they're just not enough. And for people, you have to look at everything. People are not saving enough. And you're saying, well, that's their fault. They're not saving enough. But they're also competing in the market. They're also competing to buy houses and to pay rent and all the other stuff that they're competing on. So if rent is high, if mortgages are high, if the price of a car is high, and we know all those things are very, very expensive, these are things that you're going to need. For the most part, if you have a job, you're probably going to need a vehicle. You're probably at some point, if you have a family, you're probably going to want to purchase a house. Even if you don't purchase a house, you still have to pay a lot for rent. And so everyone is competing for these things, and it's not allowing them to save enough money for retirement. And then when they get to the age where they can start thinking about retirement, they realize, wow, I don't have enough saved up. So hopefully Social Security will be able to help me. And then they look to Social Security and they realize, okay, I'm not going to be getting much in Social Security either, and I might not be able to retire. I might have to work the rest of my life. And so it's a real bad situation. And she outlined some of the things there when it comes to Social Security and some of the problems and some of the misinformation when it comes to Social Security and the fact that people are paying into this program. And when they retire, they should be able to live a comfortable life, but they're not able to. And there are a lot of people on my channel that watch my videos. In the comments, they let me know all the time they're struggling and they can't make ends meet. And some lawmakers realize this, and that's why they're pushing for a raise for Social Security. But some lawmakers are saying, no, we're not going to go for that. And that's the reason why we haven't moved forward yet when it comes to some type of a Social Security raise, when it comes to some type of Social Security reform. They're not moving because you have an opposition there that they're not vocal. The opposition isn't vocal because they don't want to lose. They know that it's unpopular to be against Social Security. And so they're not vocal about it, but they're not moving forward with anything either. They're trying to actually derail moving forward with Social Security reform. So I want to know what you guys think about this. Let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.